Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray. I appreciate the time you're taking to spend with me wherever you're at. And so I'll do my best to not waste your time. For many people who know me, they know that I'm very much into cultivating a healthy ecosystem. This is after an upbringing where most of what I've known in the past has been simply destroying ecosystems. And even though I'm still participating in things like an upcoming marathon, one of the things that I can't help but thinking is that going forward, we can change things to be more beneficial and even to set the standard. So here in my town, there's a new organization in town, and actually they're a former organization in town from how I understand it, and they're going to be the front runners as far as who is taking over the promotional experience of the San Antonio Marathon, which happens to be in early December of each year. So in this particular case, since there's going to be a shift, a change of the organizers, this might be the best time to maybe change the entire segment for the inaugural event and do something like a what would be a good less impact, covering more ground, green type idea. Something like that might be to have an inaugural event that absolutely prohibited one-time use applications. And that can include everything from gel shots to basically the disposable cups filled with little shots of water. And we can all go, well, how could we do it in a different way? Well, we could definitely do it in a different way by, first of all, making sure that we are going about taking care of our health in ways that are a little bit less wasteful to begin with. Because as I've learned on my journey, I can cover about a half marathon at a comfortable pace. And of course, I'm not racing. I'm not going at a super fast speed, trying to break any records while I'm participating in these running events. And that's because my skill level is such that I am not an elite runner at this point. And so I love leaving in the possibility for things like that when I speak, because that's the presence of hope and truth, and that's how I try to speak. And so if I say that this upcoming inaugural event for my hometown, since it's a brand new event, could be the front runner on a less impactful journey that covers more ground, maybe my hometown and everyone who happens to see this video could give this a thumbs up and say, that's not a bad idea. And maybe that'll help with the likes. Maybe that'll help get an organizer's attention. And maybe I can help to come up with the logic that would inevitably lead to at least a far less wasteful experience that creates a little bit less impact to the ecosystems that we have in our beautiful city, and that helps us to more easily see the brilliance of those amazing holiday lights, for an example, that are placed up around the Riverwalk during this time of year. And so that the experience is not just seeing a bunch of disposable items that are discarded all over the way, which can, of course, also be hazards depending on some of the items. A tubular rolling plastic bottle would be an absolute hazard. And while running the marathon, someone could be way ahead and see that rolling across into people's way. And he can know there's no one behind him, and they could potentially stop and pick that obstacle up, or they can just let it continue to roll. And then that way it hits whoever, or it intersects paths with whoever's aware or unaware enough to then deal with that potential hazard. So many of us can stop and help, especially if we're light years ahead of people, and we can see things coming. And I can see that in every city, it's going to be a lot more responsible to try and find the more creative way to create less waste. And that'll make us all have less haste. We won't be so in a rush to get things done, because the level of anxiety would drop when the health of the environment around us improves. Those are how energy exchanges work. And I know that this conversation is like so across the spectrum that maybe spectrum is a good word to use with the person that you're watching at this moment. And at the same time, most of us can agree, in order to truly go green, these large-scale events are the places where we can make the most impact by just modifying a few things in a way that allows for a better inevitable outcome. Hope that makes sense. Please share. Thanks again for subscribing. Until next time, peace, love, and all that old school stuff.